Hi, Leo, Sun and Rising. Welcome to your September 2023 Astro Update. It's Raina here. Well, one of the important things for the sign of Leo, whether this is your sun or ascendant, is that Venus goes direct in your sign at 12 degrees, 12 minutes of Leo on September 3rd. Venus went into Leo in early June, if I'm not mistaken, and went retrograde in the third week of July. So it has been hanging around your sign for months. And it will still remain in Leo for another month until the first week in October. So this should have produced some sort of beneficial influence for Leo, Sun, and Rising individuals because, like Jupiter, Venus is considered a benefic planet. So its influence is considered very positive. In the first house, this can affect a person in terms of how they appear to others. And even, when we think of Venus, we might think of beauty, but even when there's not that discernible quality of beauty coming from the outer sense of the word, like somebody who gets glammed up or something like that, it might be magnetic. Venus is the divine feminine energy, so that is passive and magnetic. So this can bring good things to you. Now, while Venus was retrograding, this was more of an internal process than being an external influence. So you may have been reflecting upon your physical appearance and how that relates to your values. An example that I would give as somebody who has Taurus rising and therefore is ruled by Venus in my natal chart is that, and I'm not saying that this was during a Venus retrograde in particular, but it could have been. It might very well have been. But I remember having Taurus rising during my 20s, dressing very provocatively. And around the age of 30, when I was probably beginning my first Saturn return, I remember wearing something like a short skirt or short shorts or something along those lines, maybe a tight shirt, and feeling kind of awkward or exposed or like I didn't want to draw attention to myself when I, pretty much did earlier on for the 10 years before that. So what does that mean? It means that we don't always feel the same way about how we dress. Even something as superficial as dress, we can change. And, that can happen in many different ways. It's not just the way that I'm talking about it. But it's when I say about your values, this isn't about being moralistic. This is more about your sense of alignment, which I connect with your vibration. So when you're on the spiritual path, and I don't mean that it has to be some official regimen, meditation every day or reading spiritual books every day. It just means that you are always conscious of the fact that you are a soul that is inhabiting a body and that this life is temporary and that there may be lessons in everything that you are experiencing, even if they are adverse experiences. So that you're not just reacting to life on the mundane level, in other words. And so that's what alignment means to me, is that you're whatever it is, your behavior, the way you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself, so that can include dress, all of those things reflect upon your, state of consciousness, okay? So now that Venus is direct, expect more blessings or, good vibes, good regard from people for the next month or so. I don't mean after that, it's done for, but you know what I mean, extra stuff. The very next day on the 4th, Jupiter goes retrograde. See, this is the other benefic planet. And it goes retrograde at 15 degrees of Taurus. This is another fixed sign, Leo, so that means it's going to hit one of your angular houses. In this case, because it's the fixed sign before you, this is going to be the 10th house of career. So Leo people have had Jupiter transiting their 10th house of career. This can increase, positive things, blessings, being at the right place at the right time, luck, if you want to call it that, opportunities, increased opportunities. Now, if Jupiter is retrograding, does that mean that these will cease? Not at all. You could actually have something come back to you during the retrograde, an offer that you could not take advantage of earlier. However, if you experience any slowdown in career matters, just understand that this too shall pass. Jupiter goes direct on the 30th of December, so at the very end of this year. But hey, I'm recording this in the second half of August, and I just can't believe that it's almost September. So there you go. That's how fast time is going for me, at least these days, and probably for a lot of you. Also, during this time, kind of similar to the Venus retrograde, this is like with the Jupiter retrograde, this is your ethical construct in life, your philosophical framework. So you may be questioning your career on those grounds. And there are, I'm not going to give examples, but there are professions where this is front and center right now, where people are questioning the things that they are doing as part of their job and whether or not it feels okay to them. You see, just because something is legal doesn't mean it's okay, doesn't mean it can't hurt someone, and doesn't mean that it's necessarily good for you. So you may be in that sense of a dilemma where you no longer feel good about what you're doing. Or it can simply be that you just, in terms of your own spiritual growth, this does not support that for whatever reason. And so that'll be a very interesting reflection for you in the upcoming months. On the 14th, we have a new moon at almost 22 degrees of Virgo. So this, for Leo people, is your second house of earned income. So now we're getting into the Leo season where you are going to start to see these Virgo transits, and it's like cha-ching. Hopefully, because it's hitting that money house, the second house. So there might be new opportunities here, because this is very interesting. So like I said, the new moon is almost at 22 degrees of Virgo. Technically, it's 21 degrees, 59 minutes of Virgo. Mercury goes direct in Virgo the very next day at 8 degrees of Virgo. Now, when Mercury went retrograde, and just to be completely honest, It hasn't gone retrograde when I'm recording this. I'm recording this on August 19th. It's going retrograde on the 22nd, but it's going retrograde at 21 degrees of Virgo. Whoa, I just checked to see what minute it goes retrograde, and it's 21 degrees 51 minutes. And the new moon is 21 degrees 59 minutes. That is crazy. And so how I interpret this is that something that occurs during this Mercury retrograde, and maybe it's right out of the gate, but I would just say the theme, I mean, you know, the degree it goes retrograde, that might set the stage, so it doesn't matter, you know, what degree it is at any point in that 3.5 week period or whatever it is that there's something at that point that you are reviewing or reflecting that is also contained in the experiences that you have that are new, maybe new opportunities. So because this is in the house of the money that you earn, this may be something connected to a new job even. Maybe this is some kind of idea that you hatch that is going to be very successful, because this is something, and I even think that this could be something that you had thought of in the past, and maybe you abandoned that idea and it came back to during the retrograde. So this, to me, if you had anything like that, Leo, and it isn't something that is like super high risk that it could make or break you, why not give it a go? On the 23rd, the sun goes into Libra, and this is a friendly angle to you called a sextile. So that also is very good. So you have the money thing kind of emerging here, and now you have the sun in the third house. This is a very social place, including social media. So that might have some connection with how you make money. Who knows? Leos are very natural. The Leos are naturally dramatic and therefore, or expressive, we could say. So they're great for the acting profession. But think about YouTube, which the third house can be social media, these platforms. You would be a natural and you might clean up. And you're just interested in these interactions that you're having. On the 29th, there is a full moon at 6 degrees of Aries. So here you have a fellow fire sign for the full moon. Well, obviously, when the full moon is emotional, but when it's in a fire sign, it's very passionate. Maybe it's very romantic, ardent. This is coming from the 9th house, which is the house of the higher mind, the house of long distance travel and, university, the house of publishing and God. This could be a spiritual download that guides you on the next phase of your journey. This could be ending a trip or the culmination of preparations for a trip you are about to embark upon. This area is featured at this time in the next 18 months, or maybe we could say the next year, since 6 months has elapsed, or 5 months has elapsed since the first eclipse in Aries that happened to be at 29 degrees of Aries, very close to Taurus. So this is a very expansive time for you, maybe a spiritual time for you, and maybe you're combining those things. Those of you Leos who work in a spiritual type of environment, like as a yoga teacher, maybe you're taking your show on the road and doing a retreat in a foreign country that is also very beautiful by the ocean. So it's kind of like working slash being on vacation. And because Uranus is in your 10th house of career, this could be the digital nomad who doesn't have to be rooted in one place, and you may be able to work from your laptop, which Uranus can be technology. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. And it sounds like September is going to be really amazing for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double readings, which involve two full-length readings as a package deal. So it is a special price. It's a significant discount versus, purchasing these separately. So basically what it is an hour of natal chart analysis and an hour of transits for a special price. That is called my deep dive reading. I have one with the tarot as well called Combo Platter now, but I changed that name because I used to call it the full enchilada, and I decided that if I was going to offer a really full reading, it should include a full-length tarot reading. So that one is the aforementioned two astrological readings plus a full-length tarot reading at a discounted price. And you can find out all the information about those readings as well as standalone readings, like those separately, or I have natal chart. I have love, relationship readings for singles and for couples. I have what else? Oh, I hear the lawnmower. I have a career life path readings. And yeah, so please check out my online store, rainamoonastrology.com/shop, and the link is below. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.